of Reese on the radio. Whack FM.
All right, ladies, buckle up. It's showtime.
What's wrong with being an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times?
Do you want to be an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times?
Yeah, I think I'd like to be an angry prophet denouncing the hypocrisies of our times. Then grab it.
Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
Turn on, tune in, and drop out.
Yeah, I'm super cool.
I never once said nagada.
I think everyone wants to know where we came from and how the universe began.
You know what I'm saying?
I have sinned against you.
Reese.
Hey, what's going on, all you scallywags out there? You know what time it is. It's the world's most hated and most racist online show in America, Reese on the radio. Got plenty of news, plenty of views. I didn't think I was going to have a story to tell you today, folks, because for some odd reason it seemed like a very, very slow news day. A lot of news happening out in Australia. It's a madhouse out in Australia. And I wish I could get into that. Hello, Carl. But I'm not. There's so much other stuff to get into today because we got stuff happening here on our shores that we need to get into. But before we get into that, I want to get into something personal here, if you don't mind. This is an opportunity for me to talk about myself, which I do so well. I want to talk about the boogeyman factor that I seem to have on anyone who communicates with me, has a relationship with me. Oh, hell, marries me. I have some sort of boogeyman effect on these people. And before you get the impression that I am going to try to, scream some woe is me nonsense, I'm not. There is no woe is me. I am not a victim, never have been. I take responsibility for who I am. I had a hard time doing that for a lot of years. I always said that I took responsibility, but I never did. I was an egomaniacal, what's the other word? Sociopath. I was for many, many years. Still have traits of all of those. These are part of my defects. And these are things that I have to work on every day. As you get better, as you grow, as you progress. I don't become a progressive, I just progress in my life. But because I have a very big personality, that goes without saying. Everybody knows that. It's the reason why I do this show. It's the reason why people listen to this show. They invite me on podcasts and want to get the interesting aspect of it because I'm a very big personality. I have a lot of things that I have to say. Some of them are, can I say, poignant, thought-provoking, informative, sure, entertaining, funny, all those things. I know that about myself, and that's not me bragging. I just know those things about myself. It's no bragging if it's true. I'm not saying I'm better than anyone else at it. There are plenty of people who are better at this whole analysis thing and news and commentary. Plenty of guys who are better than me at it. They do a great job. But there are people in my life who put a boogeyman status on me. And what do I mean by that? They become very intimidated by my persona. Hello, White Mike. That I tend to rub people the wrong way because I'm very forceful in my point of view. I don't back down. What I believe is what I believe. And some people need to get an edge on that. You've probably experienced this in your life. People who are hell-bent on catching you wrong about something. Like a piece of information. You know, they'll be in the middle of an argument and you'll say something. They'll be like, no, that's wrong. You'll be like, no, I'm sure I'm right. And they'll be arguing with you back and forth. And then when they finally get it and it turns out that you were wrong, they're really, really like, they're almost like, yeah, see, I knew it. You didn't know what you were talking about. They're almost insane about it. I, for some odd reason, bring that out of people. And I don't mean that just people in everyday life. There are people who I engage with on a regular basis who enjoy bantering back and forth with me. There are others who need me to be wrong or show me failing. It's Schadenfreude. Just recently, I admitted, right, to someone that I was a little jealous. And this made their day. They were happy that I was jealous. Now, it's a childish trait. I know, because I don't get jealous. But I was a little jealous. I was affected a certain way. It was uncontrollable. I had absolutely no control of it, and I accepted it. And the fact that I put it out there, actually, I was no longer jealous after I did it, but I had to admit, I was just like, wow, why was I feeling a little, like I was a little taken aback a little bit by it. But when I finally got it off my chest, I felt better. I was like, okay, I'm not jealous anymore. Now I've recognized it, and now it's gone. But the person I revealed it to was satisfied. Yeah. I did kind of want you to be jealous. Yeah. As if it justified them. They got one up on me. Yes. That's a boogeyman status. That's Schadenfreude. You know, it's knocking me down a peg. That's sad. But again, not taking anybody's inventory. That's just sad. I've got another situation going on with this, how do I put this? I don't want to be insulting, but I'm going to be. I've got another situation on my other podcast, Kings in the Morning, with a failure intellectually in Yusuf Kente. And everyone seems to be talking about it over there in Sacramento, about why he and I are always back and forth at one another. And it's really, really simple. And I go through this quite often within the black community. It's something that I've never been able to shake, and I don't think it has anything to do with me. However, I do instigate it. I'm taking full responsibility. I love instigating when it comes to the black community, especially black men. With my politics, what I believe, my thoughts, my views, I love instigating that view. It's fun. Because they can't take it. Their single parent household comes out of them immediately. And what I mean by their single parent household is they were raised by their mother. Their sensitivity immediately comes out. They feel hurt. And when they're hurt, they attack. Because they can't be hurt. They see that the hurt, that feminizes them. So they have to retreat. Not retreat, I apologize. They have to respond violently. Because when they feel their feelings get hurt by stuff that I say, they see the feminine in them. And there are things like, I don't want them to think I'm a girl. So they immediately go on the attack and they start screaming, bitch, hoe, slut, faggot, punk ass nigga. They start screaming all that stuff. That's what a bitch does. You know it. I do. That's what bitches do. A lot of dudes want to bring a lot of attention to themselves. We used to say that in jail. You get into a beef with somebody, all of a sudden you start hollering real loud. Yeah, you want some problems, son? I'll come and get you. You'd be like, yo, dude, what's with all the rah-rah? If you want to handle some business, let's do this quietly. Let's go over there and go Let's mash it up a little bit. But if you see the dude getting hoopla, yo, what's up? What you trying to do? And he's getting all loud when he's trying to draw attention to himself. He doesn't really want to fight. That's how a lot of these fake-ass hardcore niggas are not real hardcore niggas. I'm sorry, I'm using the language because I know I have a lot of young, very kind women who listen to the show and do not like me using the N-word in that way. But I'm sorry, I'm just keeping it real for a little bit. I'm just keeping it real for a little bit. And if you indulge me while I keep it real. A lot of these dudes talk a lot of that hardcore rah-rah shit. And then when they see you, they want to be your fan. And I know that a lot of people are fans of mine. They may not like the shit that I say. They may not like the things that I think. They're shocked that somebody thinks differently because they've been living around a bunch of people who think like them, who move like them, who shake like them. They're all a bunch of fucking robots. They're all a bunch of cattle. They're fine being cattle. And they're all running around grabbing each other's penises, shaking it and going, yes, you agree with me? Yes, I agree with you too. Yeah, oh God, I'm going to shake your penis too. No, you'll shake my penis. Yeah, that's what y'all all do. Self-gratify each other. Sucking each other's knobs. All talking about how intelligent you are, repeating the same fucking talking points. And you meet somebody like me, somebody who comes at you really, really telling you the stuff that you don't want to hear, that you aren't willing to accept, that you end up getting your feelings hurt. I don't care about your feelings. Never have, never will. I'm not the toughest guy in the room. I'm not. Anybody can get it, so can I. But I don't fear your consternation. I don't fear all of the comments about me wanting to be white or thinking that I'm white or not wanting to be black. That shit is old. Y'all been saying that since 1975. Y'all say that about anybody who doesn't think like you. That's some sort of intimidation tactic that has worked with others. It don't work with me. I'm not afraid of you. I've never ever once turned around and started thinking like you the more you try to intimidate me. You only push me further into my beliefs because I know exactly who all of you are. You all say the same thing. You're all supposed to be from different walks of life, but you repeat the same nonsense over and over again. It's like beating the same drum. It's like you were all learning from the same book. Oh, that's right, because you were. There's nothing fucking original about you. I'll say it again. There is nothing original about you. You are a cookie cutter Negro. You are fucking basic. That's all you are. You can't get out of the shell that you're stuck in because you're basic. You are simple. You're a fucking simpleton. And you're intimidated by somebody who thinks differently, who's not only has the wherewithal to tell you why you're a fucking idiot, but I have proof. That's why you're angry. You only get angry when you're fucking exposed. And I'm going to keep exposing you. I'm going to keep ripping off your clothes and I'm going to make you bitch ass niggas naked every day. And I'm going to show everybody your flaccid little penis. That you are nothing more than a lot of bravado, but nothing underneath. So if anybody wants to know the type of person I am, let me make it very clear. Come for me. I fucking dare you. And we'll have at it. Aside from that, stay in your fucking lane. Don't be disrespectful, and I won't be disrespectful. You want to have a conversation with me about something you disagree with? Do that. You come at me sideways, and I will simply fuck you up so we understand each other. It's that simple. I don't fucking play. I've never played. I'll never play. You come at me too far, I will go too far. I am the Chicago way. You bring a knife, I bring a gun. You put one of mine in the hospital, I put one of yours in the fucking morgue. That's the Reese way. Don't come for me. I'm not a nice guy. I'm trying to be. But I have to go to my old shit, and I'll just have to be that old motherfucker again. Okay. So now that we cleared that up. And for those of you who were not ready for any of that, all that was simple. Nigga. Nonsense. And I just had to address it. Okay? So now it's on tape, and you can watch it over and over again. And as I always say, if this shit don't apply, let it fly. And if you feel offended by it, then I'm probably talking about you. Yeah, you. Anyway, let's get to it. So, Mark Lamont Hill. I don't like this Negro. Never have, never will. Mark Lamont Hill, former CNN contributor, used to actually be a contributor over at the Fox News channel back in the O'Reilly Factor days. But he's got his own podcast now, and he's been running around talking a lot of ish about people who refuse to get vaccinated. He's a company man. He really likes to shill out what the administration is doing. Loves Joe Biden, loves Barack Obama. He's in the blackosphere. He's black, so all of his beliefs are black. He likes black things. He supports anything black. He likes black magic markers. He likes black. He likes blackboards. He's black. Well, his is some dumb shit that he did recently, and I always say there's no such thing as karma. But you do have to, there's irony. And there's one thing I know about liberals is that they miss the irony. This is a tweet he put out about a video that we played yesterday from Jonathan Isaacs, who plays for the Orlando Magic. He tweeted this when Jonathan Isaacs did his press conference talking about why it is that he didn't want to take the vaccine. And Mark Lamont Hill writes this. This sounds smart to people who don't know things. So he knows that what Jonathan had to say was intelligent, but he's insulting Jonathan Isaacs' intelligence by saying this sounds smart to people that don't know things. He's intimidated the fact that an NBA player who's supposed to be written off as some dumb jock, that Jonathan Isaacs came off as intelligent and thoughtful in his remarks as to why he's not vaccinated. Don't believe me? Here we go. Jonathan Isaacs.
Jonathan, if you can comment on the Rolling Stone article and your comments that appeared on that about you not getting a vaccination, why you don't want to get a vaccination, and were you misquoted in that article?
I would start by saying that I was pretty badly misrepresented in the Rolling Stone article, and because of that, I can understand anyone who may say they don't transparently or overtly trust the media. In a frustrated tweet yesterday, I had noted that true journalism was dying, and to that I would say that I appreciate every single one of you, those that try their best to correctly share the thoughts, the ideas, and the heart of the people that they're asking questions of. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti-science. I didn't come to my current vaccination status by studying Black history or watching these conferences.
And Mark Lamont Hill didn't like that. And he said that he came to his own on his own.